So friends, yesterday you have seen that how to create a project and how to create a package, how to create a classes. We have seen that, and we have seen some shortcuts also in this Eclipse. Now today we are going to talk about a detailed explanation about that. What is Java class? What class contains? How can we access the class inner properties and behaviors? Everything we will discuss now. Friends, any kind of application, if we want to develop, means two things are required. One is data and second is operation. Agree or not? Any kind of application like to develop means two things are required. One is the data and second is operation. How many of you agree this?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Suppose example to say, suppose you have an account in one reputed bank. You want to know your bank transaction history details. You'll go to the banker and request for the details. What banker is asking you? If you request for your bank transaction history details, what banker is asking you?
Account number.
Account number is data or not?
Data, yes, sir.
Yes, with the data only every operation can be processed. Proven. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So every operation will be happen with some data only. So every kind of application, if you want to execute means yes, everything is works in respect to the data and operations only. Any application. Okay, now see here now why I'm saying this means so what is a class means? Class is a plan, a template, or a blueprint. Anything we can say. A class is a plan, template, or blueprint. Anything we can say. A class is a plan means we have to plan something inside the class. Yes or no? See, suppose if we want to construct one building, so we must have a plan for the building or not to construct. Yes. So suppose client is saying that I'm having 200 square yards of land. I want to construct double bedroom. He has given input for the architecture. What architecture will do? He will take a piece of paper according to the client inputs. He will design outline plan for that for his requirement, client requirement. So no, various rooms measurements in 200 square yards of land. Suppose 1200 square feet built up area is coming for double bedroom. So master bedroom measurement, children bedroom measurement, living area measurement, wash area, balcony, every hall, every various rooms measurements will be planned in a piece of paper. Yes or no? In building plan, what they will do? They'll plan every various room measurements. Yes or no? They're planning something of various rooms. The similar way, class is a plan means we have to plan something inside the class or not. Like how building plan we have planned various rooms measurements. Similar way, we have to plan something inside the class. Okay, what we have to plan inside the class? Some data properties and behaviors. Some data properties and behaviors we are planning inside the class. Some data properties and behaviors we are planning inside the class. Okay, how many data properties? How many behaviors do I need to plan? Friends, master bedroom, children bedroom, living area. Okay, all these things. Who has planned? Architect has planned or not? Based on the client given inputs, based on that, architecture has planned something inside the piece of paper. Similar way, class is a plan means I'm saying to plan some data properties and behaviors. Then what data properties we want? How many behaviors I need to plan inside the class? How do I know? Client requirement. Yes or no? If you want construct a building, means client is giving master bedroom, children bedroom, living area, like this, he is giving the inputs. Similar way, class is a plan means we have to plan something. Data properties, behaviors. How many data properties, how many behaviors means according to the client requirement only we are planning these many properties and behaviors. Suppose client is coming with some requirement, so I want to do operation for addition and subtraction. Addition, subtraction are the operations or not? Huh?
Yeah.
Addition, subtraction operation. So we must define a behavior section. So according to the requirements, I am planning the behaviors. So one more public void sub. So two behaviors I planned inside the class. Inside these behaviors, 1 second, friends. So we have planned two behaviors, but inside these behaviors, we have to give the additional subtraction operations. Yes or no? We must define addition operation and subtraction operation. If we want to define operations for addition subtraction, I require some input data and results to store output data. So we must plan some data properties. Yes or no? Minimum to minimum. If we want to addition subtraction, two input variables is required, and one to store the results of addition subtraction, one output variable is required. So totally three data properties are I require of type integer type. Yes or no? Int a equals sum 10, comma b equals sum 20. Result one variable to show the result of a plus b or a minus b into the results variable. Like this, three data properties I have planned inside this. Now I will do the implementation in addition behavior. Result equals a plus b. Result equals a plus b. Now I will print this out and give the meaningful message. Addition of a and b is concatenation result. Here you may have a doubt. So here I am saying this plus as a addition. Here I am talking as a concatenation. What is the difference? Yeah, let me give a clarification. Friends, here between this plus a and b are the number type variables. Yes or no? Integer
Yes, sir.
number type variable. Yes or no? So
Yes,
two
sir.
are number types. Integer types. Number types means the two variables can be integer, two can be the float, or one is a float and one is the integer. Anything, all comes to number type variables only. So either A, B, any type of number type. In between we have a plus means it does the addition, because all are number type variables, it does the addition. In this 13th line, we can see plus symbol is there. Here I am saying as a concatenation. Why? Because result is a number type variable. The plus before what is there in double quotations, it's called as a string object. Anything is represented in double quotations is called as a string object. Where left is a string object, right side is an integer type variable. In between we have a plus operator. So it does the concatenation. Concatenation is what? Combining, attaching. That's it. Understanding? Okay, now that's why it does the concatenation. Now let's do operation for subtraction. Result equals a minus b. Here I am printing the result giving like subtraction of a and b is concatenation result. I've just planned some data properties and some behaviors according to the client requirement, like how the building plan is designed according to the client requirement. A similar way, according to the client requirement, I planned some data properties and some behaviors. Friends, now after architecture, design various rooms measurements in a piece of paper. Does that building plan has any state? If you're feeling sleepy, can you go to that building plan? Can you go and sleep there? Finding the master bedroom, going into the plan. Can you sleep there? If you're getting sleep?
No, sir.
No, because plan doesn't have any state. Plan doesn't have
Yes.
any state. Yes or no? How can we give
Yes,
the
sir.
state for the building plan? How can we give the state for the building plan? While executing that plan. Yes, how do we execute that? Means with the support of the building blocks. See, suppose in the 200 square yards of land, 1200 square feet built area has come. According to the square feet area comes, okay, we will purchase some building blocks. Okay, these many tons of sand is required. These many count of cement bags is required. These many square feet of tiles is required. These many liters of paint is required. It was calculated according to the square feet build up area. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So 200 square yards of land, 1200 square feet is the build up area. According to the plan only, we got that. According to that, we are purchasing building blocks. Okay, na? With the support of the building blocks, we are executing that plan in constructing in real world. Then only the building has a state. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
A similar way, we have just planned some data properties and some behaviors inside the class. If we execute this class, what happens? First class I'm running is I'm getting hi message, which is in the main method what we have printed. But what we have planned, data properties, behaviors, those are not executing.
Yes, sir.
If we want to execute class properties and behaviors, means how can we give the state for this class? Means how can we call this class properties behaviors? Means by creating class object. Like how we are giving the, how we are the building blocks and constructing in real world in giving a state for the building. A similar way for this class, how we give the state means while creating the class object. While creating the class object. While creating the class object. Where do we create class object? This class. Where do I create in a main method? Because main method is a starting execution point where every class will execute from the main method only. In this main method, we must create object for the class. Before creating object for the class, I'll give some exercises. Now, see friends here, I'm storing 100 object. I will store into one variable X and is of what type? Int type. 100 is an integer object storing into one variable of type int type, because 100 is an integer object storing into the int type. Now suppose characters, every character is represented in the single quotations. I am storing into one variable is of type char type. So A is a character object storing into char type. 100 is an integer object storing into variable of type int type. Understanding or not? Ravi, anything is represented in double quotations, it's a string object storing into one variable of type string class type. String object stored into one variable of type string type. Character object storing into one variable of type char type. Integer object storing into one variable of type. You understood, right? Now similar way, I'm telling you how do we create an object for the class. So for this class, I must create an object. How this is called? Integer object. How it is called? Character object. How this is called? String object. Now I'm creating class object. To create a class object, we use the keyword and the class name of. Together is called as a class object. Agree? New is a keyword, Java, and class name of. Together we call as a class object. Where do we store this class object? Huh? Where do we store?
First class, and we can give a variable.
Into one variable, right? We store this object into one variable. And is what type? Integer object, int type. Character object, char type. String object, string type. First class object of what type?
Int type.
First class type. See, int object, int type. Char object, char type. String object, string type. First class object, first class type.
First class type.
Accepting, right? Yeah. Like this, we create an object for the class. The class name, class reference variable holding the class object. Int type into X variable holding the integer object. Okay, now like this. Now after creating class object with this class reference variable, we are going to be access the class properties and behaviors. Here obj dot. Now I can see a variable is coming from first class, b is from first class, result is from first class, add is from first class, sub is from first class. Yes or no? Every property behavior what we have planned in a class, everything we are accessing by this class reference variable only. Yes or no? So now if you run this program, just for understanding, I have given this example. Okay, now to make understand to create a class object, I have given these differences. Okay, so just run this program. See friends, in a main method, first hi message is coming, and next through class object, I'm accessing the addition behavior and subtraction behavior. Addition here 10 plus 20 is giving us 30 for addition. Yes or no? 10 minus 20 giving the minus 10 as subtraction. Yes or no? Clear everyone?
Yes, sir.
Now let me recap. So if anybody asks you what is a class is a plan, template, or a blueprint, anything we can say. A class is a plan, template, or a blueprint, anything we can say. Next question. What a class plan contains? Yes, the class plan contains some set of data properties and some behaviors. Class contains some data properties and some behaviors as per the client requirement. How many data properties, how many behaviors? Client says that many we will plan here. Next question. What kind of behaviors are those? Okay, data properties behaviors only. What kind of behaviors are those? Means you could say concrete behavior. Concrete behavior means the behavior which is having a body like open close curly brackets for the behavior. For this behavior, if it is having open close curly brackets, this type of behaviors we call as a concrete behaviors. So class will take 100% concrete behaviors only. Okay, na? In this concrete behavior only, we can define some operations. Okay, na? Where in interface we have a abstract behaviors which don't have a body like this open close curly brackets. Those behaviors are called abstract behaviors. But class will take 100% concrete behaviors. Fine. Next, how can we access the planned data properties behaviors of the class? Means by creating object for the class in a main method. What's the process of creating object for the class? Means keyword. So every keyword will be lowercase only. Okay, na? See the keywords. Why I'm saying keywords means see even public is one keyword, static is one keyword, void is one keyword, new is one keyword. All defined keywords in the Java. So keywords will be in a lowercase only. Make sure that whatever keywords in purple color is there, all our keywords will be in a lowercase only. Okay, na? New the class name of together is called as a class object, storing into one variable of type first class type. With this class reference variable, we can access whatever we have in a class. Everything I can access through this class reference variable. Next question. Friends, if I have a one building plan, villa plan I'm having with me, can I construct multiple villas in executing same plan? If I have one building plan for villa, can I execute the same plan in constructing multiple villas?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Row villas, how we are constructing, right? Row villas, same plan. We are executing to in construct 60 villas like this we're constructing. Yes. The
Yes,
similar way, for one class we can create n number of objects. Okay. One building plan. Okay. We can construct many villas. What to do for 60 villas I'm constructing is for every villa we must purchase the building block or not? To execute that plan for every villa construction, we must purchase a building blocks or not? For villa 1, building blocks you purchase and execute that plan. For second building, purchase the building blocks, execute the same plan to construct. Yes or no? So
Yes,
likewise,
sir.
for one class plan, we can create n number of objects. Class is a collection of objects. Can we create more than one objects for single class? Means yes, we can create more than one object for single class. Class is a collection of objects. Here I'm creating one more object. So obj1 dot here we can call whatever we want in the class. obj1. Class is a collection of objects. For one class, we can have multiple objects we can create for single class. Clear? Concept. Everyone clear?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Shall I move to the interface concept? Fine. Now let's discuss about the interface. Let's discuss about the Java interface. Now, friends, how you create a class in a package? Similar way, we create interface under the package only. The standards of creating the interface is how we follow the steps while creating the Java class camel case. The same we will follow for creating interface as well. Okay, right click on any one of the package, new. For class creation, we click on class. For interface creation, we just click on interface. Okay. Here we give the interface name. Here we give the interface name. To start with lowercase, see no error, simple give the warning. Type name is described by convention. Java type name usually start with an uppercase letter. Start with an uppercase letter. So similar way, how the class follows camel case. N number of words we can give as a class. Similar way, we can provide n number of words for the creating interface also. But every word, starting character must be the uppercase character. That's it. Okay, na? So RBI I am giving that R caps. Friends, for every class, we create what is the default access modifier? For every class, we create what
Public.
public modifier. What is the super class? For every class, we create object class, right? For every class, we create a super class. Parent class will always be the object class. Yes or no? Now, for the interface,
Yes,
default access modifier is a public only, but there is no super class option. Observe here, there is a super class option here, right? And for every class, we'll have a main method where generally execution starts over there. Yes or no? But for while creating interface, did we see any main method option here? Did we see any main method option here? No, right? No main method option while creating interface. Just you click on finish button. See friends, you can easily differentiate class and interface. While seeing class, we have a class keyword, class name. For interface, we'll have an interface keyword and interface name. Right? Here, interface keyword, interface name. And here also we can easily recognize the icon which is having I character, which is interface. The icon which don't have any characters, which is called as a class. Easily we can recognize while seeing the here also. Okay, fine. Next, what is the interface? Okay, discussing about interface, let me tell you one example. Friends, if you want to if you want some money, so where do you go to get the money? If you want
ATM or bank.
you go to the ATM, right?
Yes, sir.
Where ATM we can say as an interface. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Interface means what? A general meaning of interface, where user interacts, is called as an interface. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Even
Yes.
if you're taking a SLM classes, what is the interface? Laptop or desktop or mobile is the interface where you're interacting. Yes or no?
Yes.
In
Yes.
interface, what is the service you're using to connect with me?
Go to meet.
Go to meeting or Zoom or whatever apps are there. So laptop or desktop or mobile tabs are interfaces where user interacts. How we interact while using the service called GoToMeeting, Zoom, etc., etc. Okay. Yeah. Here, if you want to draw any money, you'll go in front of ATM interface. And inside the ATM interface, it provides some services or not?
Yeah.
Withdrawal,
Yes,
deposit,
sir.
mini statement. These are all the services we can say or not?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Withdrawal, deposit, mini statement, etc., etc. So many are there. These are all the services which are provided in the ATM interface, where user interact the ATM interface and will utilize any one of the service to get done his job. Suppose you want draw money means go in front of ATM machine, click on the withdrawal service, and you will get the cash from the ATM machine. Yes or no? You're only
Yeah.
bothered about in getting the cash from the ATM machine, not bothered about getting the logic behind the ATM machine. Yes or no? Withdrawal
Yes, sir.
logic, deposit logic, you're
Yes.
not meant for that. You're meant for to get the cash only. So it provides only services. It hides the implementation details. Yes or no?
Yes.
Is it
Yes.
implementation details or only services, sir? In ATM machine,
Only service.
only services. Here, what is interface? Anybody ask is hiding the implementation details while exposing service names is called as an interface. Listen, hiding the implementation details while exposing service names is called as a interface. Best example to understand is ATM machine. In ATM machine, it provides only services. It is hiding the implementation details. Just is only exposing service names. In front of interface, we are clicking on the service. So the service implementation, somewhere else it got implemented. Somewhere else in the server it was there. But in front end, you are clicking on the service. It somewhere else is connecting and executing the statements and giving cash to you in the interface. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
The best example to say interface, okay, ATM machine. Okay, fine. Now, what interface contains? What it interface contains? What Java class contains? What we say data properties and concrete
And
behavior.
behaviors. Yes.
Concrete behaviors will be there in the Java class. In interface, what it contains means it contains data properties and behaviors only. But what kind of behaviors it will have means abstract behaviors. Let me define. Int x equal to some 100 I was declaring, and one behavior I was declaring public void so one data property and one concrete behavior I was planning inside the interface. See, I'm getting some error. Make habit, if any error comes during writing your program, just mouse over on that line number, on that error line. Okay, na? If you place here, the difference you observe. If you place here, what happens? Only it gives abstract methods do not specify a body. If I place on the error message line, we can see the error message, and down we can see some quick fixes also are available. Okay, now see what it says. Abstract methods do not specify a body, which means interface will take data properties and behaviors of 100% abstract behaviors only, where abstract behaviors will not have any body. No implementation will be there for the abstract behaviors. Clearly it is saying abstract methods do not specify a body. Down we can see 3 quick fixes are available. So now tell me, which quick fix I can take to resolve the above problem? Tell me, friends, now.
Static.
Remove method body. Correct. Because abstract methods will not have any body. This is called abstract method. Method name ends with semicolon. This is called as a abstract method. The method which don't have any body, open, close curly brackets. These kind of methods we call. Yes. Yes, just service name mentioned. No implementation. Correct. Okay. Na? Like this, I can have public void. Yeah, thank you very much. Deposit. Like this, we can create any number of abstract methods inside an interface. Data properties, 100% abstract behaviors. Okay, fine. Friends, in a class, we plan data properties and concrete behaviors. How do we access them inside the class? How do we access data properties and concrete behaviors?
Through
Through
object.
class object. Yes,
Yes,
through
sir.
class object.
Hmm.
In interface, how do we access them? Means you have only one source to say the creating object only. Okay, where do we create class objects generally?
Main method.
Main
Main
method.
method. Friends, interface, while creating interface, did we see any main method?
No, sir.
No, sir.
See, when I'm creating interface, we don't see any main method option, right? We don't see any main method checkbox. Okay. Okay, let me have a main method firstly. So you know how to get the main method. Main control space. Yes, main method has come. Inside the main method, let's try to create an object for this interface RBI. New RBI. Store into one variable of type RBI type. Friends, is it allowing to create an object for interface? No, cannot instantiate the type RBI. We cannot create an object for interface directly. How can we? Means first of all, we have to give the implementation for interface abstract methods in some child classes. Then through the child class object creation, we can access. Understanding?
Yes, sir.
Okay. We cannot create object here for interface. So first what we do, create one class. In that class, we implement the interface RBI abstract methods in that class. Through the class object, we can access them. Let's create one class called like ICSA class. Main method fish. In this ICSA class, I will give the implementation. So here I give the implements. What I need to implement the interface RBI. Getting it? For this ICSA class, I'm implementing the interface RBI. Now the child class spotting a error. See, if I mouse over on ICSA class, you can observe the error message. The type ICSA must implement the inherited abstract methods of RBI. Do you want to implement in ICSA class? What are the RBI methods are there? Must to implement ICSA class. Do you want to implement in ICSA class or not? Yes. Then tell me, what can I use here in this case? We did not provide method. So tell me, which option can I take here? We need to add method interface, not interface. We need to add unimplemented methods. What are the unimplemented are there interface RBI are going to be get implemented in ICSA class. Okay, yes, add unimplemented methods like this. Okay, so here I am going to implement. So um, deposit overridden in ICSA class. Okay. So RBI abstract methods I am overriding in a ICSA class like this. So how do in which class we have given implementation and who will access by ICSA only? Okay, na? So create object for ICSA class. Store into of type ICSA class type. With this class reference variable, I'm able to access the deposit method in ICSA class. What you have given implementation. Withdrawal is from ICSA class. Now let's run this program. Everyone? Yeah. Now suppose if friends has multiple accounts in a banks. So if we go to any of the bank, if you want to draw the money, what is the service name is provided in the ATM machines in HDFC or ICICI or Kotak? If you want to draw any amount from there, what is the service name you click? Withdrawal only. Because every child banks should follow the standards of Reserve Bank of India. Agree or not? So the service will be same. The implementation logic for withdrawal bank may be vary. At the end of the day, giving cash only. Yes or no? So if I give one assignment to all, everyone will do the same process or different process? Different, right?
Same.
Ultimately giving the output, right? Everyone have their own approaches, right? Everyone have their different
Yes.
approaches to get the output. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Different approaches in getting the output. Yes, same output, but different approaches we follow to write them. Okay, na? Similar way, service is the same. The implementation logic vendor to vendor will be the different. No. Now here, now HDFC bank wants to start their services, so they have to utilize the services of Reserve Bank of India. Yes or no? And they will implement their own implementations. Now here, create one new class called HDFC. In this class, I would like to implement the RBI interface abstract methods in this class. How would I implement? IMP control space implements interface RBI. Is by getting some noise. Please be ahead, madam. Okay, I muted. What's your question? Someone has put the question. What is that? HDFC specifies methods with the same service names. Yes. So HDFC will specify the methods. We'll give the implementation in this HDFC class of RBI abstract methods. Okay, see here. If I mouse over on HDFC, what it says? The type HDFC must implement the inherited abstract methods of RBI. Do you want to implement here or unimplemented methods? Yes, add unimplemented methods. So here we'll give the implementation. Let me copy paste. I'll change the messages. How can we access these behavior spends? How do we access the behaviors? By creating object of the HDFC class. Yes or no? New
Yes, sir.
HDFC of store into one variable of type HDFC class. So with this class reference variable, we call the methods on this program. Here, like this, if any other bank comes, again the same. Create one class for that bank and implement the RBI in this class and access by this class object creation like this. Okay, na? You may have a doubt when we have to go with the interface. Friends, here vendor to vendor. See, example to say we all are selling the same product called Dove soap. Okay, some other selling for 15 rupees, some other selling for 16 rupees, some other selling for 17 rupees. Product is the same. The implementation is different. See, example to say DMart is there, Vijeta is there, Ratnadeep supermarket is there. So everyone is selling the Dove soap only. Who is giving the best price among the supermarkets? Everyone knows that. Everyone visits daily. I think you're taking bath. You'll use the soap only. Tell me, any soap, not only Dove. I'm taking as a Dove. Any soap you take. Comparing the prices in the among the DMart, Ratnadeep, and Vijeta, which supermarket giving the best price?
DMart.
DMart. Of course, all are selling the same product, but implementation is different, right? Business implementation is different. Supermarket to supermarket. Yes or no? Product is same. Service is same. Yes or no?
Yes,
Likewise.
sir.
Interface abstract methods we are going to be implementing different vendor classes. Okay, fine. Now, when we go with interface means when the requirements are dynamic vendor to vendor, when the requirements are dynamic vendor to vendor, then you declare that requirements as an interface in declaring as an abstract methods. You implement your own implementation in respect to classes. Understanding that or not? And the requirements are dynamic vendor to vendor. Just you go with interface and declaring the abstract methods and you implementation as you like in respect to classes with your respective functionalities. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Clear? Now, friends, can we create object for interface directly?
No, sir.
Yes, we cannot create object directly for interface, but indirectly we can create an object for interface also, friends. Indirectly we can create an object for interface. How means I will tell you. Tell me, the RBI interface abstract methods gets implemented in how many classes as of now?
2 classes.
In 2 classes. In ICICI class, in HDFC class, I have given a RBI interface abstract methods in respect to classes. So in which class you have given implementation? That class objects I am creating. New ICICI, new HDFC, new ICICI, new HDFC. So friends, we are implementing interface RBI abstract methods in these classes. Yes or no? Okay. So where do we store these objects means into this interface reference. It's called polymorphism concept, friends, in Java. One to many. Polymorphism means making more than one forms. Okay, so here the interface, the RBI interface abstract methods we are implementing in multiple classes or not? Yes, multiple class implementation objects we are storing into interface I. So here one to many. One interface reference variable is holding the multiple implementation class objects. Yes or no? One
Yes, sir.
interface reference variable holding the multiple implementation class objects. This is called one to many. It's called polymorphism. Polymorphism means making more than one forms. This is holding many class objects. One is holding many. It's called polymorphism. Now with this reference variable, I dot deposit taking from where? RBI. Why? Because I is of what type? RBI type. Does RBI has a deposit or not?
Yes, sir.
Compilation time. This I is taking deposit from the RBI interface, and I dot withdrawal is also coming from RBI because I is what type? RBI type. Does RBI has a withdrawal? Yes. Now similar way, come here. I dot deposit is coming from RBI. I dot withdrawal coming from RBI. So in compilation time, this deposit and withdrawal are coming from RBI because I is of type RBI. But runtime, it is going to be execute these methods in these object implemented methods. See here. Yes or no? So for interface, directly we cannot create an object. Well, polymorphism concept, we can create an object and we can access them. It's clear? First of, but we have to implement the interface abstract files in some classes. Then we can implement the polymorphism concept. Okay, now? And we can get access them in interface also. Okay? Directly we cannot. Indirectly we can. Using polymorphism concept, we can access them. Is everyone clear?
Yeah.
Java class and interface. Everyone clear?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts in this today's session, friends? Let me know. Yes. So we are calling these objects in interface itself. Sir. Yes. Yes. Interface reference a variable holding the implementation class objects. In this class only we implemented, right? So implementation class objects holding by the interface reference. Okay, now. So interface reference a variable holding the implementation class objects. Okay. Yes. Okay. That's it for today, friends. Class and interface. Tomorrow we'll talk about abstract classes and we'll start the modifiers of Java. Access modifiers, non-access modifiers, we'll discuss. After completion of abstract classes, we'll talk about modifiers in Java, access and non-access modifiers. Okay. Okay, friends, if we don't have any queries, we are good to stop for today. Shall I?